Hello and welcome to our channel. Visa Bulletin for November 2024 is out. And in today's video, we'll be diving deep into this bulletin for individuals from countries like India, China, and Mexico. And also for them who are waiting for their family-sponsored or employment-based immigrant visas. We'll keep it simple and easy to understand. So stick around as we break down everything you need to know. So let's begin with what is the Visa Bulletin. The Visa Bulletin is a monthly report that is issued by the US Department of State. It provides information on the availability of immigrant visas in different categories, and it's divided into two key sections. Firstly, family sponsored preferences. It is for those sponsored by family members who are US citizen or permanent residents. Next is employment based preferences. It is for individuals who are sponsored by US employers for work based immigration. This bulletin helps people know when they can submit their paperwork to the National Visa Center or when they might expect their green cards. So now let's talk about family-sponsored visas for India, China, and Mexico. Family-sponsored visas are a popular route for immigrants, especially from India, China, and Mexico. But these countries often face longer wait times due to high in demand. So let's go over the key preferences and also understand what they mean. For F1, that is unmarried sons and daughters of US citizens. This category is for adult children of US citizens who are unmarried. So India and China, the final action date is October 22, 2015, which means only those with priority dates before this date can proceed. And if we talk about Mexico, then this category has a much older cutoff with a final action date of November 22, 2004. So the wait for Mexican applicants is significantly longer. F2A, that is spouses and children of permanent residents, this category generally moves faster. For all countries including India, China, and Mexico, the final action date is January 1, 2022. If you are a spouse or child of a permanent resident and your priority date is before this, then you are in luck. For F2B, this means unmarried sons and daughters of permanent residents. This is for adult children, those who are 21 years and older, of permanent residents. For India and China, the cutoff date is May 1, 2016. For Mexico, like F1, this category moves much slower for Mexican applicants with a final action date of July 1, 2005. For F3, that means married sons and daughters of US citizens. This is for married adult children of US citizens. In India and China, the final action date is April 15, 2010. And in Mexico, a much earlier date, that is October 22, 2000, applies to applicants from Mexico. For F4, that means brothers and sisters of US citizens. This is for US citizens who want to sponsor their siblings. In India, the final action date is August 1, 2007. For Mexico, again, there is a substantial delay with the final action date set at March 1, 2001. Now let's talk about employment-based visas for India, China, and Mexico. So these are very crucial for individuals with job offers in the US. There are 5 categories with the most significant being that is EB1, EB2, and EB3. Next, we'll move to employment-based visas, which are very crucial for individuals with job offers in the US. There are 5 categories with the most significant being EB1, EB2, and EB3. Let's begin with EB1. This is for priority workers. So this category is for individuals with extraordinary abilities, outstanding professors, researchers, or multinational executives. So in India, the final action date is February 1, 2022. In China, the final action date is November 8, 2022. And in Mexico, luckily for applicants from Mexico, this category is current, meaning there's no backlog. For EB2, those are members of professions holding advanced degrees or persons of exceptional ability. In India, the final action date is July 15, 2012, reflecting a long wait. In China, the date is March 22, 2020, meaning a slightly quicker process compared to India. In Mexico, the date is March 15, 2023, similar to most other countries, which is fairly recent. Moving to EB3, that is for skilled workers, professionals, and other workers. In India, the date is November 1, 2012. So there is still a considerable wait for Indian nationals. In China, the final action date is April 1, 2020. In Mexico, like most other countries, the cutoff is November 15, 2022. Moving ahead with other workers, then this category is for unskilled workers. India and China, both countries face long backlogs with final action dates set at November 1, 2012 for India and January 1, 2017 for China. In Mexico, the cutoff is December 1, 2020, a bit faster than India and China. Well, if we talk about EB5, then this is for individuals who invest in the US economy. In India, the cutoff is January 1, 2022. For China, the final action date is July 15, 2060. This indicates a substantial backlog. In Mexico, this category is current. This means that there are no delays for investors from Mexico. Now, you might be wondering that why there are such long wait times for countries like India, China, and Mexico. Let me tell you that this is because of a 7 per country limit on the total number of visas that can be issued to any single country. Since India, China, and Mexico have many applicants, they tend to hit this limit quickly, and this leads to backlogs. And that's a wrap for today's video. So as you can see, immigration wait times can vary greatly depending on the visa category and your country of origin. So while the process might seem slow, knowing where you stand on the timeline can help you plan accordingly. And lastly, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Immigration and Jobs Talk Show. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. See you in the next one.